Hello, it's your Tuesday here on the Safety Pin Sisters. Considering I picked this topic, I really should have an embarrassing situation to talk about. I do really, somewhere in my noggin. It's so easy for me to feel embarrassed. I seem to be one of them people that just draw embarrassing situations to them. I go bright red at the smallest of things. Any sort of public speaking, which I know YouTube's a little bit different, but any sort of public speaking where you're put on the spot. I can't really think of examples, but say in class, like at school, you're suddenly picked on and you're made to do something like stand up, I don't know. Oh my gosh. The most embarrassing thing is when someone says, do something funny, on the spot. And then your brain starts going, oh my god, I'm not funny, what am I supposed to say? I don't know what to do here. Especially like if you're playing a game and then someone goes, right, the forfeit everyone, if you lose, you gotta all stand up and dance. It's like, no, let's not do that, let's do something simple. If it was truth or dare, I'd pick truth. That's what type of person I am. Loser! No. Loser. Is this the right way? Looking in a mirror. The funniest embarrassing situation though that I've ever witnessed wasn't directly me that was involved. It was my best friend Daisy, and I've just recorded a vlog with Daisy. We went for a walk on the beach, so if you want to see what she looks like, just click up here on this video. This will take you to a video on my channel. I used to work with Daisy and we worked for a catering agency. We did temp work, so we got sent places. And one week we got sent to work in a coffee shop. So for the whole week we worked in Coffee Republic together. And we were given the rubbish jobs. We went behind the cool coffee machines, whipping up lattes and cappuccinos and smoothies. No, we were the girls in the small tiny washing up room at the back who whipped around picking up people's empty dirty coffee cups. It was a really hectic week and we worked every day from 7:30 or something until like 6. The guy who ran the coffee shop was the sort of new manager and he wasn't very on top of it. These weedy, weak people who have got a manager's position and then act like they know it all, but really they don't know how to run a shop or business. And he kept telling us what to do all the time, even though we had the simplest job. The funniest thing happened, and it must have been so embarrassing for Daisy. This manager guy, in his usual sort of weird way, he would always walk around and then go, do this, and then walk off. And anyway, he came round to Daisy and he went, come with me. And then he like briskly turned around and started walking through the coffee shop. So Daisy's there and he's got quite a pace on him, so she's like running to catch up like this, racing after him. And they pass the little stall in the coffee shop where they have the sugars and you go and stir your drink after you've bought it. And then he sort of like kept on walking out of the shop. This coffee shop in particular was in a really big stadium place. It's like a venue for gigs, so it's got loads of corridors. It's absolutely massive. And he starts walking really, really fast down this corridor. So Daisy's there in her apron, in a Coffee Republic apron, running to keep up with him. And they get to a point after about 5 minutes of walking and he whips around to face her and she stops and then he goes, what are you doing? And she, sorry. And she says, I thought you told me to come with you. And then he's gone bright red. Daisy's going bright red. And then he says, no, and he can't really remember what he was actually asking her to do. Turns out that he actually wanted her to go to the little stall they have in the shop to restock some sugars or something, but he had gotten there and then completely forgotten. In the space of 2 minutes, this guy was an idiot. He had just obviously had a complete brain blop, left the shop, and then they both have this really embarrassing moment. Daisy's like apologising bright red, and she has to turn around and walk all the way back down this corridor. She explained it when she got back to me. This guy had been racist. I realise now when I'm telling you this doesn't sound that embarrassing, but believe me, we had to work with this guy in this tiny coffee shop after. Daisy was so embarrassed, and me and her, we literally could not stop laughing. We were there in fits of laughter, and every time he'd come into this little hot washing up room at the back, I'd have to turn away to stop myself laughing full on in this manager's face and getting us both fired. So to conclude my ramble, I think the most embarrassing situation is when there's a really big miscommunication and then you do something that you're not meant to do. Other examples that happen to me all the time is when someone says something and you think they're talking to you and then you answer them and they're not talking to you. That's embarrassing. Okay, I've talked too much. Sorry. Bye.